I've watched at least as much First Amendment auditors. And if you want to see the cops not be able to alpha people, you've got to watch these fucking degenerates at masks, wearing masks outside the post office. like they'll get in. They're recording everybody that comes into the post office, and the one guy's wearing a green mask, and he seems tough. like anytime somebody wants to get in somebody's face, he's like, "But you won't get in my face, bro. You don't live that life. I'm about that life, motherfucker. I'm about that life. Fucking throw down, you pussy ass bitch. Get back in your car. Get back in your fucking car." And sometimes he'll just beat the shit out of people. Like
this is the First Amendment auditor saying this.
Yes, and they're if anybody gives them any guff at all, like any guff at all, they like get that guy's license plate and VIN number, and they go over there and they start getting his license plate and VIN number. And this one guy's got like some nondescript silver box that looks like an old cassette player, and he goes, "Hang on, let me get it," and he goes, it makes like a technology noise. And so old people hear that and they're like, "Oh!" He's like, "I just got your RFID." Like they're just being malicious. They're being awful.
They're just jerks for no reason.
Must be douchebags.
But it's all covered under the First Amendment because they're they're in a public space. And here's the thing: if you put your post office in like a Hallmark store, which is apparently a thing that happens quite a bit, like if a community's too small, they'll sublet. Or not sublet. Yeah, the Hallmark guy will sublet to the post office, and it'll be in the back of the store. You just made the whole Hallmark store public access. Not only that, you made this whole shopping mall public access First Amendment property now because we have to go through that there to get to the post office. And they're explaining that they're in there like recording old ladies and stuff like that, and everybody's getting mad. And he's like, "I'm calling the cops." Call them. I'll call them a bitch to their face. Or if they give me any guff, and they won't do shit. They won't do shit. They're all
rooting for.
And if you didn't want me to eat these pretzels, you shouldn't have put this establishment at the back of the Anti-Ant.
I'll be honest, Woody.
Like you're rooting for the really tough guy who's about that life bullying old women.
No, I'm not. See, that's the thing. I watch and I don't know whose side I'm on because for one thing, I like that they're educating people about the First Amendment. And I watched like 3 or 4 different YouTubers. Some are very passive and some are very aggressive about this. Some of them are more antagonistic. Some are just completely, I'm just standing here outside of Trader Joe's, leave me alone. I do have pepper spray. They call it sauced and cited. That's when they spray somebody and then the cops come and cite them for battery. Watched a lot of sauced and cited videos. I'm not on anybody's side because I understand why you're upset that you're being recorded outside Trader Joe's. However, the end result is often that person will call the cops. The cops will show up and they'll be like, "It's covered under the First Amendment. That's the sidewalk. He can record, and you can't touch him. And if you hit his camera, you have battered him. And if you act like you're going to hit him, you have assaulted him. And he can and will pepper spray you in the post office in front of all these people, ma'am." And I'm not on anybody's side, but I'm there for the show.
I don't know why they do it though. Is it just the YouTube views or what?
People need hobbies.
That's part of the revenue process. The other part of the revenue is the suing of the city. If you can get a cop to detain you or something, you have a lawsuit for like unlawful detainment. Is that what it is?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Or, unlawful arrest. And they arrest them or detain them, which is basically kidnapping, for filming in public, which you're allowed to do.
I don't know who's more annoying, those guys or the sovereign citizen guys who get pulled over and taken into court and stuff, and just like
the sovereign citizen guys are just goobers, and they're funny, and like it's funny to watch someone be like, "I'm an admiral on the high seat," being torn through their window in the middle of a highway.
This is not a naval tribunal. You cannot order me around.
There's a cop being like, "Sir, take off the trifold hat." Dressed like Captain, dude. I want a guy dressed like Captain.
Shiver me timbers, officer. He's just making me way down to the coast.
Am I really drunk or am I pretending?
I'm not drunk. It's the vessel I'm in that's drunk.
Hey, was it raining?
We're being boarded. You're being torn out of your car.
But you see them in court.
I hate those guys. Those guys never win. They've never won a case ever. The only times those guys get off is when there's some like issue that didn't have anything to do with them being a sovereign citizen. Like something else crops up and they get off. It's never that they get off. So it only works on morons who can't afford license plates.
You know the one that I don't know who to root for? Maybe you've seen this too. Imagine this. There's a property owner, and on their property is water that I don't know what the opposite of a peninsula is. What's water? You know, the inverse of a peninsula.
Inlet.
Nope.
Right?
That is the entrance between like two islands to the bay. But picture like a finger of water or something like that, like the opposite of a peninsula. And this is in the landowner's land, but they don't own the water itself. So people come fishing in basically someone's backyard. It feels like an invasion of privacy. They may even own like the mud under the water, but they don't have the right to stop people from using the water. But it almost feels like socially they bought all this and they deserve to have the right. Sure. And they're, call the cops. I dare you. And it just feels like you're in my case, on the property owner, I don't actually have this situation, but like I've only in my imagination, I'm like, you're in my backyard though. Like, come on, bro. Like clearly you see you're invading my sense
be a
of
dickhead.
privacy.
100%. Yeah.
I've never seen that. I've seen people who are in their own housing complexes fishing in like the pond that's there, but it's not like in a backyard. It's like part of the estate that is the housing complex. And because I've seen that. That would be wild if like you use some weird right to fish on like somebody's lake house, like water. Like you go down there.
The water is accessible from some larger body, but this little finger of it seems to belong to a home, right? But they still go there and do the thing.
What I have seen is boaters will like boat up to someone's dock that like that's their house and that's the path down and this is his dock with his boat, maybe even parked at it, and they'll start fishing his dock. And they're like, this is our dock. And it's like, nice dock.
Yeah.
Nice one.
18 inches away from your dock. I'm in the water, right?
You can fish the water there. They're in their boat. They're out in the water. Like that, I got no problem with.
That's what I'm referring to. They might be in like a kayak, some sort of fishing kayak.
Oh, I don't mind that though.
They paddle into your backyard. Oh, and I don't think you can do it on foot. But they paddle into like the water part of your backyard and just start fishing it. And I'm like, I just feel like the homeowner.
It's pretty rude.
I don't.
So we can see both sides on it collectively.
I grew up on the lake, kind of like with Lake Hartwell right there, and like I don't know, we're in the lake. Like the fact that you live.
What if you're about to go fishing later and they're ruining the day?
Does that work that way?
I don't know.
The water.
If they're screaming about being a sovereign citizen,
the Army Corps of Engineers. I don't think they even own all of their shore. I think the Army Corps of Engineers has like.
In Lake Hartwell, that's definitely true.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't know how that works.